What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. So I kind of want to do just a quick video overview of these two helmets. This is the Scorpion EXO AT950. This is the AT960. So I just want to go over, what I think about them and let you guys know basically why I like them. So this is my outgoing helmet. I bought this in 2020, so it's like 5 years now. And I use this all the time, so it's definitely due to be replaced. And I dropped this once. I didn't crash on this one, but I dropped it, so it held up really well. But it's due for a change. It's 5 years, coming up 5 years, and I use it to basically for my major commutes and long rides. So I opt to choose another Scorpion EXO-960 here with the Topographic colorway. So I think I really like it. So see here, you have the topographical stuff. I don't know. I don't think it's a actual location. I'm not really sure. But anyways, I just want to highlight few changes here. So at least why I like this helmet. So for the price point, around $300, $299, this is such a good helmet because you get a visor, modular, the ADV peak of it. If you like that, you can remove this and run it without. You have the option. Scorpion EXO also sells a helmet that looks similar to this without the peak. I think it's the 930. I'm not sure, but this one you have option to run both. So I run the Cardo system, as you can see on both of them. I have to buy a second helmet kit to put it on here. The new AT960 has a integrated comm system, which makes it hard to install this. So now I had to use a sticky mount. I really stay away from the sticky mount because I ride on rain and whatever inclement weather, and I'm not sure how the sticky mount will hold, but if they offer it, I'm sure it's supposed to hold. I never used a sticky mount before until now. I use always the clamp. So this one was, you can use the clamp on this one because there's a space. There's no integrated comm system. They also have a locking detent here. So when you flip the helmet up open as a modular, it can lock in place. I don't think this one does that. So this one doesn't have that locking detent. Your face visor here, the visor is on this side instead of here. Now your visor is on the chin area. The mechanism to open it, instead of pulling, you pull here. Now you push up. You push on this side. You push up to open. Very easy mechanism. Very nice. I want to highlight that the liner on this thing, the cheek pads, are much more stiff. When I first got the helmet, and it had to break in. It took some time to break in, but this one is already super plush. I like that. It's this one gave me like some pain in my cheek area for me, and it took a while to break in. This one was really good right off the bat. So yeah, I don't know what else to say about that. So that's really comfortable. Routing the Cardo was much harder because of, like I said, the nature of the helmet now. So this one, I did pretty much similar. It's like I had to route it through the cheek pads. It's not as elegant, but it works, and you can hear on the XD4, the speaker is hiding like behind the cheek pad, and it's like a really thick padding, so you can barely hear anything. But this one, they accommodate it really well, and it has cutouts for speakers, so it's really made to have comms in there. It's just that they want you to buy the one that they integrated here. So using a Cardo, or I don't know how the Senas work, yeah, you just kind of have to find a way. So they both have vents on the top of the head that opens. This one's a slider mechanism. The old one is a toggle mechanism where you press it. So that one works similar. They work the same. The ram air to the face is really good as well. The old one, you cannot close it from the inside. You can only toggle the outside. But the new one, the AT960, has a closing mechanism inside and outside. So with both open, it's much more airflow. The opening here is much bigger. So that's what I noticed. One thing also that I noticed is the facial profile of both. One is bigger than the other. This is a large, but you can see how narrow this is versus this. So I kind of have like a bobblehead effect. It's not so bad, but I'm sure that's by design. Maybe they reinforced it because you have this mechanism. You have this new plastic piece here that's more beefier, and this one didn't have a much beefier plastic. Maybe because when you have a modular helmet with so much functionality on all these sliders, you're kind of compromising the structural integrity of the shell, I guess. So with this, maybe it's much more stronger and beefier. Maybe they thought that's best for design. I don't know. So overall, though, modulars are it's heavier on the heavier side because of all these functionality. But that's okay when you're like kind of touring. It doesn't give me that much fatigue. It's not really that heavy. I mean, compared to like a non-modular, of course you're gonna notice that. But in the long run, or if you run it daily and you get used to it, it's actually something you can get used to. Other than that, I really like this helmet. I don't have much to say about it negatively, other than the price is so hard to beat. My XD4 has less functionality. You have to change. You have to pick a visor, either dark or clear, and you're stuck with that. And then until you change it, and it's not an easy change. You have to unscrew the side plates to remove the face shield, and it's basically permanent. And it's really annoying. So I know XD4, XD5 is super expensive, but because they're very, very, I would say the XD4, XD5, they're so comfortable also, and they're much lighter because they're a solid face helmet. And Arai always emphasizes safety. They have the best safety standards or whatever. But for me, I think for the price point, I would still pick. That's why I picked this one instead of getting another XD5. I still have the XD4. It's not expired yet in terms of years. I think I have 2 more years left on that. But I did crash on that when I was on my GS. I didn't hit my head, but I did crash on it. So I didn't hit my head though. So I don't know. I'm still using it. I don't think it's compromised. So if you guys are looking for something like budget friendly, I would say look into the Scorpion XO line. This is the Topographic. It's if you choose a solid color, it's only like $270. So it's even cheaper. So yeah, there you go. Sound here, like I said, on the XD4, the sound gets muffled and you can barely hear somebody talking to you on the comms because the speakers are hidden under behind the cheek pads and are very thick foam in there. But this one has a cutout specifically for the speaker area, so you have padding on your cheek, but then on your ear area, it's thin so that the speaker sound can go through it. So there you go, guys. Yeah, I chose the khaki before. I really love this look with a carbon, but I kind of want more low key with the Topographic gloss now, and I think they really look great. And yeah, so you got to get creative with the cardo. It's way back here now instead of to the front because your sliders right here. It's not a big deal. I was trying to see if I can mount it on the other side, but there's just no clamping area at all. Like there's just no room. Like the cheek pad and the shell, they're so tight together that you cannot get a clamp into there. So, all right. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this was helpful if you're searching for a new helmet, because there's quite a few videos of this already, but just kind of my take on it. I really like this helmet. So all right, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys on the next one.